Hey everybody, hey, Carlotta Berry here, y'all. And let me just say this. I double dog dare you to tackle something that is a challenge for you. And not to just do it halfway, but to really focus in on it. Let me tell you what, it is so rewarding. You may be tired, you know, you may have to miss out on some things. You may have to roll your sleeves up and get really focused and say no to a lot of things that you want to do. Let me tell you, I wanted to get out and get some cardio in today. I was like, it wasn't happening. I had to sit down in front of this computer and I had to keep my head down and I had to study. And I have been focused for about maybe 6 weeks, and I am coming to the end just about, and I am trusting and believing all will be well. And I'll come back to you all and tell you that I did a great job. But I'm going to go ahead and pat myself on the back, because when I tell y'all, your girl is over here locked in, she is locked in. So if you're in a place in your life where you're just feeling, kind of stagnant, you feel like, there is so much more that you need to do. And where you're at, it could be in your personal life. It could be with your job, your career, your weight, your health, whatever. Go ahead, figure out what it is that you need to lock in on, what you need to learn and grow. Maybe you need to, just do something totally different in the way you eat. Maybe you need to change your diet. I don't know what it is. You fill in the blank. But I tell you what, when you lock in on it, and again, it may be hard, it may be exhausting, but when you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel, when you begin to see all your hard work paid off, it feels so good. And I know many of you all know this already. So I just wanted to come on after a long study time here. And I'm like, man, I feel pretty good. I feel pretty darn good. And I just wanted to hop on and share it with you all. I worked today, and then I had to make an appointment. I made a post about that. Went in to see my oral surgeon. I had to get implants. And so, as I said in another video, this is all temporary right here. So I'm almost at the end of my journey. So they went ahead and gave me the green light. So I'm going to go and see my dentist on next week and get ready to finish up this long process. And I tell you what, there was a little discomfort, a little pain, but discomfort and patience, and not smiling as much. Even though I have this temp in my mouth, it's a little uncomfortable. But I tell you what, anything that is worth having, you're going to have some uncomfortability that comes with it. You're going to have to be patient. You're going to have to do some work. You're going to have to step out of your comfort zone and just trust and believe that as you get to the end of your journey, it's going to be so worth it, y'all. And when I tell y'all, I have several things going on in my life right now, and it has not been very easy for me in these last few months for several reasons, but doesn't mean that, there's not a reward that I know that is going to present itself really soon, because I'm doing the work. I'm being patient. I am moving in faith. As I do the work, I'm talking to God, praying to God, and asking Him from a pure place. And I'm just trusting that greater is coming for me. And I'm excited about it, and I'm moving that way. And so I get on to encourage you to do the same. Whatever goals you want to make, you can do it. Whatever dreams you have, go ahead and write out your goals, your plan. Make it plain as it speaks about in the Bible in Habakkuk 2, I believe, chapter 2, 2, I believe. Go ahead, write out what it is that you are working towards and do it. Don't let anybody throw you off. You know, you may have to take a little pause for a moment. As a friend of mine said, you may have to step away and clear your head and have a little fun, but get back to it. You know, get back to it. Nobody's going to do it for you but you. So, several years ago, I wrote down a wish list, and it's so crazy because I haven't looked at that list, you know, in a minute, but the last time I looked, I saw several things that have unfolded for me and have came into fruition. I can't even hardly talk with this temp in my mouth, but it's just crazy how God is working things out for me. And the reason why I say that is my Lord Jesus Christ that is working it out for me, because I have made my requests known to him. I have written them down, even when it's not like right in the forefront of my mind, you know, it's in my heart. And I know what I want. I know what I desire. And I'm just going to keep believing and trusting that God put this on my heart. And it may not come into, or I guess what I will say is sometimes you can get to a certain destination in a few different ways, but all the same, you're going to get there, and God's going to put the right people in your path. You know, opportunities will present themselves. You just have to be ready, and you have to be courageous, and you have to believe, you know, that you're worth it. You have to believe that you can do it. And you have to know that it's not going to come easy. There's a lot of things that just don't come easy, and it's set up that way. It is truly set up that way. I believe it, because you will really be so grateful, you know, when it comes. And it's just gonna do so much for you when you have to work at something. You know how when we were younger and our parents would say that, you know, you're gonna have to work for it. They may give you a few job or home chores to do to earn that money. Well, my mom didn't do that, because the work we did around the house, she wasn't paying us any money to do it. But I've heard of people who said that their parents made them, you know, give them house chores, and then they would give them a little money for it. Or you would do side jobs, that sort of thing, to purchase, you know, the thing that you wanted, your favorite pair of tennis shoes, running shoes, that outfit, a piece of jewelry, and you worked hard for it. And then when you got it, you so appreciated it. I believe sometimes that's what God is doing with us. He's not going to just let it come to us easily. You know, we have to work for it, and we have to be ready when those opportunities present themselves, especially if you're praying about it. And when you have written it down, y'all, I don't know, it's something about writing it down. It's something about writing it down. There are several things that I have written down. Probably about 7, 8 years ago, and they are coming to pass. And right now, I'm sitting here doing the work, and I feel pretty darn good. I have come a long way, and I'm excited. I'm excited about the outcome, and I'll come back and share more. But in the meantime, I just thought I'd hop on and encourage you. Keep going, keep pushing. And yeah, there are going to be some times where you're going to feel isolated. You're going to feel like you're by yourself. You know, you're going to feel like you're doing it alone. But know that you're not. As a believer, and if you're talking to God and you're praying to God and you're trusting and believing, He's going to work it out for you. He will. It may not all come together like instantaneously, but over time, you're going to look back and you're going to see how God was just working it out for you. You may have some really difficult moments, because I know I have. And Yeah, I've been going through a little bit. I really have. But I have been having joy all alone. And it's several things, but all together, all in all, I still have joy. I truly have joy. And that is when you really know who your Father is. You know that there is a God up in heaven that is rooting for you, and you know that the Holy Spirit is in you. And you also know that when you're faced with those trying times, when you feel isolated, when you feel like you're doing all the work by yourself, know that there's purpose in that, And I'm just going to keep on believing and trusting, because I know that it says, I think in the book of Matthew, it talks about, if you truly believe, ask God, because even your father, a human father, your father here on earth, when you ask him for something, he wants to give it to you. So if you ask God for it and it comes from a good place and the right motives, God's going to work that thing out for you. And when I tell you, I see him working it out for me. He's working it out for me. And I know that his time is perfect. And so I'm going to continue to be patient. I'm going to continue to do the work. And I'm going to continue to believe that everything that I have written down, for the most part, I know I said for the most part and everything, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen on God's timing, and it's gonna happen the way he wants it to happen as I do the work. And y'all, tonight, yesterday, last week, I've been doing the work. Last month, I've been doing the work, and I'm excited about it. So stay excited, live expecting and believing that God, he wants to bless you, but you got to do the work, and you've got to move in faith, and you truly have to believe in a God that is real. Alrighty, guys, until next time, I'll see you later. Have a blessed rest of your day, okay? All right. Bye, y'all. See you later. Have peace.